Alright, check. Alright, so this video is going to be on key opens, right? So let me just go ahead and remove all these drawings. Alright, so what are key opens? It's literally just opening price for a certain time. So like what I use is the 10 a.m. open, right? So this is 10 a.m. candle, opens right here, and that is just 10 a.m. open. And then so I use 10 a.m. midnight, right? So midnight opened here. (10 a.m. midnight), and then 18 open, which is here. Alright, so now how to use these in Confluence. Right, so obviously you kind of see 18 opens here, right? We come down. First of all, we have this intermediate low, we have this big 1 hour gap, right? We open, we pull lower, we come back up and take out this little 2-day opening gap, new day opening gap, right? We push through, midnight open comes here, we can have our deviation. We have our deviation here. Right, we also have this 15-minute rejection block with engineered liquidity, right? Standard deviation -2, just taps. Could have gone a big long here, but how does that? Actually, that's an awful example. But how could we use our key open, right? So obviously we have midnight open up here, and then we have our standard deviation, and we have our open. So we could have looked for a reaction or rejection block or some sort of entry trigger after tapping into this open. We really just use it as like levels, right? So we have 10 a.m. open. We have 10 a.m. open here, right? So 10 a.m. opens here. We push through. We come up. We tap in, and then we boom. This is a really awful day to use as an example. Hold on, let me go to the previous days. Let me just go to a random days 10 a.m. open. Oh, you got power. Alright, so 10 a.m. opens here. Make that one yellow. Midnight open is here. Make that one purple. And then 18 open is here. And I do believe this is a new week opening. So yep. So this is a new week. Alright, this is a perfect example, right? So 16 opens here. We tap into this big internal liquidity. We bang up. Midnight open. Hold on, let me drop down to a lower time frame. Alright, so we open, we bang off there, we come down, we tap into premium, right? Midnight opens here, we chop through, we beam up, right? We're chopping around a little bit. Now we have New York session opens around here. We come up, we have this 10 a.m. open, right? But what is 10 a.m. open? A rejection block, right? So now we have this 10 a.m. open aligned with the rejection block, and that is just super high. That's just a super high confluence right there. Rejection block on 10 a.m. open. Put your limit at 10 a.m. Stop above the rejection block. target midnight open or 18 open, and bang. And that's literally as simple as it is. That's all it is. Like, it's just you're looking for a confluence off of the open, right? So we have 10 a.m. open as a rejection block. Perfect. We're going to short the rejection block. Bang. Come through. And then what's another way you could use it? If a fair value gap, if it blows through as a fair value gap. And then is there a good example to here? Yeah, I guess you could use this one as an example, right? So coming through here, we have this 15-minute fair value gap, right aligned with, I bet that's a higher time frame. Maybe we can have a 5-minute lineup. I wouldn't take that, but you could take the OTE of a range with a key open, right? So we have this 5-minute range, key open aligns right with the OTE, right? Take it off the key open, not OTE level, right? You take it off the key open. Let's say we have all these gaps down here, so we have our stop around maximum expansion for OTE, and then we can just target this high. Bang. There's a trade using key opens. Key opens, like, all they're doing is they're just like giving clarification that like it's a strong reversal point, because you see how like we have this midnight open and it goes up, it taps, rejects, taps, rejects, taps, rejects, right? Come back, tap, rejects, right? Comes through, and there's a fair value gap here, we tap, reject a little bit, or we just bounce around off of all these key opens. We have this 5-minute, right? We sweep into this 5-minute fair value gap. We create a 5-minute rejection block. CE lines up perfectly with midnight open. Bang, you could have taken that right at midnight. Stop at the bottom of the rejection block. Target whatever. Let's see how far this would have ran. And you could have targeted all the way up to this 10 a.m. open, 1 to 33. I didn't take that trade because I wasn't on the market at 3 in the morning. And you could give yourself a 10-point stop just to be a little more realistic. 10-point stop. And bang. So really all you're doing is you're just aligning the key opens with your already normal strategy, right? So let's say all you trade is OTE. You would take, right? You have this range here. Bang, line it up. If the key open aligns with your already reversal, like limit, like wherever you have your limit, if it lines up, then that's just an extra confluence, right? We have this. I would have taken this rejection. I'm pretty sure, what was this? Was this Tuesday? April 7th? No, this was Monday. Did I take this on Monday? I'm pretty sure I actually took this trade. But even if 10 a.m. wasn't here, right? So let's say this yellow line's gone, right? What do we still have? This is on 5-minute, right? We sweep these highs. We create a 5-minute rejection block. Already, I would take this, right? But what does it also line up with? Bang, 10 a.m. open. So that just gives you even more confluence that that's going to be a good trade and that it's high probability because they react off these opens. And then bang, that true day open comes through. What do we see here? We have this 5-minute fair value gap align with this true day open. What do you know? We come through, we tap, and we rally. And that's literally how simple it is. You just want to add it as basically just a little tool in your pouch to use with your all-weather strategy. So I wouldn't take a trade just off it. Like if there was no level, right? If all we had, let's say we had a random, let's say 10A open was here, right? And we're just chopping around, right? And then we come to tap in, I wouldn't have a limit there just to sell randomly. I would just have it as if we have a range coming down, right, and then we come back and let's say we take the OTE, right, and the open lines up with an OTE level, then I'm taking it, bang, stops, and then target, whatever. Then I would take it because it lines up with a reversal level. And then it could play out. But if there's no, like, if it's just in a random spot, right, and it doesn't line up with any type of setup, then don't take it. So all it is just like an extra confluence. Like, not standard deviation. Standard deviation is way stronger than that. But like, I wouldn't take a trade just off standard deviation. Like, I wouldn't take a trade just off key opens. So it really is just like a extra confluence to know if your setup's going to be high probability for a reversal. And that's pretty much it for key opens. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple tool to use for your trades.